There's something stuck in my eye.
Well, stop rubbing it.
But it hurts and I'm just trying to get it out.
Instead, try just pulling down on your eyelashes. It'll force it to come out.
Huh. That worked.
Dang it! What's wrong with you?
Every picture I take, I have a double chin.
That's because you're not putting your tongue in the right spot.
Huh?
If you press your tongue to the roof of your mouth, it'll make your jaw more defined.
Oh. I have to pee so bad, but this person won't get out of the bathroom.
Just scratch the back of your calf.
What?
The back of your calf. Scratch it.
Why is this helping? Dude, I feel so nauseous.
Here, try smelling this.
What the fuck is this?
Rubbing alcohol? Still feel nauseous?
Actually,
No. Thanks.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh shit, start humming.
What?
Bitch!
I don't have to throw up anymore. My nose won't stop running. Easy trick to clear your sinuses is hold your tongue to the roof of your mouth and then press your thumb to your forehead for like 20 seconds.
Okay.
Did it work though?
Dude, you know too much.
You guys know that you can flip things in a pan by just flipping the pan? You've been using a can opener wrong this whole time, dude. It doesn't go sideways. It's supposed to go flat like this. And then you twist it along this way. Okay, so I just did the whole thing the flat way, and look, the can opens the correct way without having to dig your fingers around in there. If you want to quickly stop a pot of water from boiling over, just put a wooden spoon on top of it. This works because the wood is hydrophobic, which means that it can't absorb the water, and instead it just punctures the surface tension of the bubbles. The batteries in your remote just died and you don't have any more to replace them. One way to give these things just a little bit more juice is to take them out and then rub them together. This is gonna clean off the connectivity points and give the chemicals inside a little bit more time to redistribute and you more time to procrastinate buying new batteries. If you just did a load of laundry and you have clothes that are still really staticky but you're all out of dryer sheets, what you can do is take 2 pieces of tinfoil, make them into balls, throw them in there. They're gonna be static free every single time. You guys know that your ceiling fan spins in 2 different directions. In the winter, you want it to spin clockwise because that's gonna pull all the hot air from the ceiling down. And then in the summer, you wanna change it to where it's spinning counterclockwise. That way, all the cold air that's settled on the floor gets mixed around the room. If someone ever starts a stupid argument with you or is insulting you, try complimenting them. It's much harder than it sounds, but it works because it's gonna throw them off enough to either start being civil or stop. And if that doesn't work, try just staring at their forehead instead of making eye contact. It's gonna frustrate them and make them uncomfortable without even realizing why. And if all else fails, wake up. Or just tell them that they have something stuck in their teeth because that usually knocks them down a peg. I think I just realized that mirrors don't reverse their reflection. They send back exactly what lands on their surface. Like, yeah, sure, okay, I can write out a word, put it in a mirror, and it's gonna be backwards, but that's not because the mirror is reversing anything. I did. With my hand, the mirror's not playing any tricks. What you see is exactly what you get. Is this common sense? Am I being stupid? Or did schools teach us about this wrong? We really survived a whole pandemic just for the universe to dangle a potential world war in our face. Think fast. Oh man, you gotta get better at dodging that ball if you even want to consider dodging a draft. All right, here's the game plan. You could run away to Canada. I don't think they want you. You could pretend to have bad eyesight. It's kind of messed up. Or bone spurs. I don't know what that is, but I do know that's how Trump got out of Vietnam. But I don't think you have enough money to make that lie work. You could do a classic, break your legs. It's a temporary fix unless you just keep breaking your legs, which is suspicious. Okay, hear me out. Cut off your toes. It's extreme, I'm sorry. You could go to college. They can't draft you if you're in school. It's a temporary fix though. You could get married and have a bunch of kids. It's kind of extreme and it's not even a guarantee. I'd say cut off your dick and become a woman, but that seems insensitive. And I have a feeling that the next draft is gonna include women because, you know, equality, so be gay. The military can't stand gay people, just be gay. Advice that could save your life one day, except the scenarios become increasingly more likely to actually happen. You might have heard that if you ever encounter a shark in the ocean, that you should punch it in the nose to make it go away and stop it from attacking you. But how hard can you realistically punch something underwater? It is way more effective to pull at the shark's gills and poke it in the eyes to let it know, like, hey, I'm not prey and I'm gonna fight you back. If you ever see a tornado and it looks like it's not moving, that means that it's coming towards you or going away from you. But either way, you should go and find shelter instead of standing outside trying to predict the direction of the windy death spiral. If you're ever in a situation where you have to brace for impact, going completely limp will increase your chances of survival. This is because your body's able to more easily contort without breaking bones. This is also why drunk drivers are more likely to survive the accidents they cause, because the alcohol relaxes the muscles in their body versus somebody that tenses up. Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. Your jaw is strong enough to shatter your teeth, but you won't. It's possible to taste flavors through your anus. Some people can get a really good pop in their lower back by just clenching their ass cheeks hard enough. And just like that, millions of people are squeezing their butt. Let me know if you can do it. How to take the best shit of your goddamn life. First and foremost, make sure you get at least 30 grams of fiber every single day. And you don't have to drink like prune juice or anything like that. You can do beans, avocado, or popcorn. Doing this will take you from a 3 to a 4. 4 is good. First thing in the morning, drink a hot liquid, coffee, tea, or even just water. It's going to trigger your gastrocolic reflex, contracting your colon, and just gets everything started. And finally, don't sit to shit, squat instead. Sitting bends your colon in a weird way, making you work harder, while squatting opens all that up. And by far the easiest way to do this is by getting a squatty potty. Not sponsored, just a big fan. You should know that one large 18-inch pizza is always going to be better than 2 medium 12-inch pizzas. Here is the math. You're welcome. If you have a bunch of extra change lying around, don't go to a Coinstar to cash it in. They're gonna charge you outrageous fees and force you to get a gift card. If you just take that change and give it to your bank, they're gonna give you that exact amount in cash. No fees. Being dehydrated can drop your blood pressure, which makes you feel depressed, and in turn can make your heart beat harder, which can cause anxiety. So just drink more water. Trigger warning, here is what actually happens after you die. First things first, all the muscles in your body are going to relax, like really relax for the first time in probably a long time. Which means that 10 to 25 pounds of crap you've been holding on to is going to spill out, and whoever finds you is going to be very aware of the fact that you just shit and pissed yourself. But who cares? You're dead. Then all the air in your body is going to escape. Morticians have even said that they hear a lot of moaning while being the only alive person in the room. And because your blood is no longer circulating, it's just going to pool in a specific spot, which is why most dead bodies have a dark purplish color. And if you're a man, you might just get one last boner. After about 2 to 6 hours, your body's going to become very cold and stiff, and because of dehydration, your skin's going to shrivel up, making it look like your hair and nails have grown. And then all the microorganisms that have been living in your gut are going to eat you dead. And if your body's left above ground, it would take about a month to really decompose, but if you're buried underground, the process takes 8 to 12 years. Happy dying. Here are 5 things that every guy needs to know about girls. Women are people. Not princesses, not goddesses, not quiet, shy outcasts with all these secret, mysterious wants, okay? Being overly precious about women is just as weird and sexist as thinking they're inferior. Period pain can range from I'm feeling a little worse than usual to I am completely incapacitated right now. When a girl is telling you about a problem she's having, she is not coming to you for a solution. And even if you think that you have the perfect solution for their problem, maybe try asking if they want help before giving unsolicited advice. Men, we all know that you're very visual creatures, but women like it when you play with their imagination. So flirting, foreplay, and the build-up to sex is usually better than the sex itself. Trying to skip the imagination part is like trying to pop an empty balloon. It's lower than you think. There's about a 1 in 75,000 chance that the next time you go to crack your neck, you could cause a small tear in your artery, which could lead to a blood clot, which could lead to a stroke that kills you. And even with this knowledge, I have a feeling that most of you aren't gonna stop. 30% of people that are reported missing and then later found dead were killed by the person that reported them missing. If you lived in ancient Rome and were found guilty of killing your father, you were sentenced to what's called pena quelli, which translates to penalty of the sack, where they would sew you into a leather bag with a live dog, snake, monkey, and chicken, and then just throw you into the ocean. Here are 5 things you didn't know about the female body. A woman's sense of smell is about 50 times better than men's. And because men have the gene that make them more susceptible to color blindness, women are able to see a much larger spectrum of color than they are. Women also have a much stronger memory, which tends to lead to better decision making. And because women are missing a specific enzyme that breaks down alcohol, we get more drunk. I'm also not sure why or how, but research shows that women are more likely to get cavities, and I'm gonna go to the dentist now. Hey! Hello? How's 2022 going? January is about to end, so I just wanted to check in on ya. You actually want to know? Yeah, there's an out-of-control SpaceX rocket on a collision course with the moon. What? Betty White and Bob Saget died. Not Betty White and the borderline pedophile from Full House. Some people still deny COVID-19's existence and refuse to get vaccinated, even though over 1,000 people die from it every day. Healthcare workers have to leave their jobs because hospitals can't afford to pay them more than Walmart will. And some mom just threatened to shoot up a school if the school forced her kid to wear a mask. Why? But those same people are trying to ban books from school libraries. I didn't realize that mass school readings were such an issue for our youth. And in spite of the fact that inflation went up by 7%, over 4 million people quit their jobs this month, adding to the 38 million people that quit their jobs last year in what experts are calling the Great Resignation. Are you saying that nobody wants to work anymore? And instead of doing something to help the American people, the government issued a memo assuring all of us that birds are real. So the birds aren't real. Birds aren't real. I'm gonna show you guys how to win the jackpot on some arcade games almost every single time. Okay, for something like Whack-A-Win, you don't want to come in here and just hit it as hard as you can because that's just not gonna work. Okay, you want to take this hammer, make it a 90-degree angle with the button, and then just drop it. Let's go! And to win something like Cyclone, it's all about timing. It's not as hard as you think, but one thing that does help is keeping your hand over the button and then just like timing it for a couple circles around until you right there. But I got the Cyclone. And then to win something like Monster Drop, what you want to do is find the jackpot. You see that little yellow button right there? You want to hit this button right when it passes that screw. It's going to allow the ball just to sink right into it. And then to win the jackpot on the 2-minute drill, you just want to shoot for the middle one. Don't worry about the blue or the red, and then make sure you hit all the receivers. And to win a prize for something like the claw, literally just get inside. It's the easiest way to do it. Y'all, I'm telling you, this stuff works. Here's some tricks to help you get rid of your acne, and none of the cliche shit. Actual life hacks. So everybody knows that you need to be washing your bed sheets at least once a week. I hope. But if you have bad acne, you need to be washing your pillowcases every couple of days. But that's annoying. So instead, try putting a clean towel over your pillowcase every night, and I promise you it's going to change your life. Try leaving Head and Shoulders on your face for 15 minutes a day. There's an ingredient in it called pyrityrone zinc that's been proven to completely clear up certain types of acne. But if you want something a little bit more natural than that, putting shea butter or honey on your face can go a long way in getting rid of pimples and healing acne scars. And when you go to wash your face, make sure you're using hot water. And when you go to rinse it, use cold water. This is going to open and close your pores at the right time, leaving you with better skin. And finally, make sure you give any acne treatment you're trying at least 4 weeks to kick in and work before giving up and trying something else. And if nothing seems to be working, it might be time to talk to a dermatologist instead of listening to a stranger on the internet. Hope this helps though. You know, growing up, I kind of thought that quicksand was gonna be a way more pressing issue in my life. Which is why, even though I've never encountered it myself, I do know how to escape it. First things first, don't panic, you gotta remain calm, take deep breaths, and remember that you're not gonna drown in quicksand. Because the sand is more dense than your body, you're only really gonna go about waist deep. But still, to give yourself more time, you should make yourself lighter by throwing off any jacket or backpack you have. Also, make sure you keep your arms up and out of the sand. Then you're gonna wanna slowly wiggle your legs. This is going to create a pocket for the water to trickle in and loosen the sand around you. Then you're gonna wanna lay down on your back, which is going to help bring your legs to the surface. And then you're gonna wanna start doing the backstroke as if you're swimming in a pool. And if you keep moving slowly but deliberately, you should be able to escape just fine. And if anybody ever finds quicksand, can you let me know, because I kinda wanna try this one out myself.